snowflakes falling on the square. Christmas lights were everywhere. Mama hung the mistletoe, said, let's see where this thing goes. Grandpa smiled and tipped his hat. Miss Betty laughed across the map. Then Uncle Randy walked right in and ducked for absolutely no reason. Funny how one little branch can make a grown man nervous. Mistletoe and mishaps, that's Christmas around here. Somebody laughs, somebody blushes every single year. Mistletoe and mishaps, hanging nice and high. You never know what memories might happen standing by. Mistletoe and mishaps, that's the $1 away. The funniest traditions usually start by accident anyway. The neighbor came through the door, carrying cookies by the score. Stopped beneath the mistletoe, looked around like he'd forgotten how walking works. Grandma gave a little grin, pecked him gently on the cheek. Whole room clapped and cheered so loud, Earl turned red as Rudolph. Sometimes Christmas magic looks a lot like embarrassment. Mistletoe and mishaps, everybody smiled. Grandpa said, been waiting 50 years to finally see that. Mistletoe and mishaps, nothing went as planned, but somehow that's exactly why we love this land. Mistletoe and mishaps, stories never fade. Every Christmas gets a little funnier the older that we get. Darling May asked Buck, have you ever been caught under the mistletoe? I smiled, thought about it, looked toward the front door where Uncle Randy was checking the ceiling joists before walking through. I laughed, said I've seen a whole lot of folks take the long way around a doorway. Mistletoe and mishaps, here's to Christmas cheer, to hugs and laughter, family gathered year after year. Mistletoe and mishaps, here's what I found. The greatest gifts don't come wrapped, they come from moments nobody planned. A crowded kitchen, a warm fireplace, an old family joke that somehow gets funnier every December. Mistletoe and mishaps, so hang that little branch. You never know, it might just bring the whole family a little closer. This has been Buck Dollar's Christmas Minute. They asked me, Buck, what's the safest way to avoid a mistletoe? I smiled, looked over at Uncle Randy, walking around the back porch instead of using the front door, and said, you can avoid the mistletoe all you want, but sooner or later, Grandma's gonna move it.